What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video, and in this video I will be breaking down what I think will be the three most popular, most profitable niches in 2026 for Instagram theme pages. And if you're new to the channel, I post about Instagram theme pages, from teaching you how to monetize better, how to land brand deals, and teaching you how to grow, how to create content, the entire 9 yards of everything that you could possibly need to start, grow, or expand your Instagram theme page empire. So take a look at this video. Let me know what you guys think down below. And please do me a favor and take notes on the video, right? So this video will be a little bit shorter than my typical video, but I still want you guys to take notes, to lock in, watch the video till the end, and see if there's a avenue or a new niche that you could start a page in, or maybe you already have pages in one or more than one of these niches, and that's a sign to double down on what you are doing. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the video. So without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the video. So why should you listen to me? Well, I help people with hundreds of thousands of followers, 500,000 followers, 0 followers, grow their pages. I also help them monetize their pages. I also help them land brand deals. I also help them build out digital products and funnels, whatever they need to create better content and get more sales, more revenue to their page, and hopefully then expand into other pages and continue to grow their media company, their theme page empire, whatever you want to call it. So for me, I get about 45 million views just from Instagram a month. This screenshot's a little bit outdated. Here's some screenshots here of payments I've received from Instagram theme pages. This is one of my bigger Instagram theme pages right here, Daily Athlete. And as you can see here, $800 from one video. We also get payments from TikTok. Here's a brand deal right here, $3,500. Here's a brand deal right here for $5,000. And this is payments from views, $1,700. This is one video generated me almost $2,000. So the proof is here. Theme pages are very lucrative. Content online is very lucrative, and it's only getting easier to monetize, easier to make money. And there's a study out there that says 70% of seventh graders want to become social media content creators. So I highly suggest you jump on the wagon now before it is the most popular job and everyone's doing it, because once everyone does it, well, it's going to be a little bit harder to succeed. And I teach you guys how to do it faceless. If you don't know what Instagram theme pages are, you don't have to show your face. I used to never show my face. Now I show my face some, just because I'm trying to expand into other realms, into other avenues, but you don't have to show your face. None of my clients show their face, and it's very easy to generate money. So I made my first $10,000 online while still in college with theme pages, and that's kind of when I knew I needed to take this full time. I've been running them since I was in middle school, and I've helped scale multiple theme pages to 100,000 followers. So let's get into the first niche, guys. So you've probably heard me say this before, but the money, business, career niche is always going to be number one, at least for now. It's been running as a number one for a very long time when it comes to monetization, just because you have to think. Number one, it's the highest CPMs on the internet. So when it comes down to advertisers, right, it's going to cost them a lot more money to go and buy an ad and promote their product than it would to come to an Instagram theme page and promote the product. So you should always look at CPMs when you're looking to do Instagram theme pages, because the higher the CPM in your niche, the more money the theme page is going to get. Because if the CPM is, whatever it is, $10 for 1,000 views, well, then you're going to be getting $7.50 per 1,000 views, or $5 per 1,000 views, whatever it is. However, obviously that's just a ballpark range, coming off the top of my head, but it's going to depend on your audience size and, how much engagement you get, et cetera, et cetera. So audience already is in investment mode. So when you have a page around money, when you have a page around business, understand that every single person that follows this page understands that you have to invest in yourself, that you have to invest in products, and they're ready to invest money to get to the next level. When it comes to business, when it comes to money, everyone that understands business, understands money, understands that you have to invest to get to the next level. There's information out there for free. There's information out there behind paywalls, and most of the time, to get to the next level, you have to pay, someone to access that information behind the paywall, and that's how you get to the next level. So understand that everyone that follows these pages understands this. People expect to spend money to improve outcomes. So when you advertise, advertisers, when they advertise on pages that are around business, money, careers, etc., they understand that this is an audience that's ready to buy. So there's a higher chance of them converting. Digital products fit naturally. When you go to a business page, you're probably expecting to get some type of digital product pushed towards you, right? It's not like you're going to lose a bunch of followers if you push a digital product. Now, if you, for example, like a random niche, if you own a page around golden retrievers and then you start pushing some digital product out about, how to take care of your golden retriever or something, understand that audience is like, oh, well, why am I getting a digital product pushed towards me? This is weird. When it comes to business, you're kind of expected to have products pushed towards you, and you're actually kind of interested to see what the products are that are being pushed towards you, because like I said before, the audience is in investment mode. They're ready to spend some money to make some money. So understand that. Brand deals pay more per post. This comes down to the CPMs. This comes down to just it being such a high paying niche. When coaches come to these pages, right? If you're a business coach and you go to a page and you want to tap into a bunch of people that own businesses, right? Well, some of these people follow these business pages. Well, maybe you pay $5,000 for a post on a page with 100,000 followers. Well, understand that they only need to get one or two people to convert out of the 50,000 people that are going to see the post for them to make their money back. And sometimes maybe they'll get 10 people to convert. Sometimes maybe they'll get none. So just understand that. That's why they're willing to pay more per post. This niche doesn't rely entirely on virality. It relies a lot on trust. So you don't have to be going viral constantly. Obviously, with any theme page, the goal is to be going viral, but it relies more so on trust. And anytime you're trying to monetize, really, it relies on trust. And you have to have a page that is providing good value. You have to have a page that's providing good value, that is, giving some type of information, especially if you're selling digital products, to get the sale. And even small pages can monetize if positioning is strong. So you'll have business coaches that, or whoever is, it's not just coaches that do brand deals within these niches, but this is what I see the most often. Understand that the big players will go to the bigger pages, and you might have some people that are just starting off their coaching business, or maybe they're a mid-tier coach or whatever, that will go down to the smaller pages to get the same result for a cheaper cost. And they'll just be reaching a little bit of a smaller audience. So you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize well in this niche, and followers don't need to be massive. You just need to make sure that they're targeted. So if you have a money page and you post a bunch of reels about just random interesting stuff, like I've seen a lot of people do, because Wealth does that, but Wealth is at 13 million followers. This isn't, you don't exactly want to copy their strategy. They've reached pretty close to the ceiling of what they're capable of doing inside the business niche. So understand that. But I see a lot of smaller pages, they're posting just like their reels aren't aligned with money, with business. And now, your followers are not just business people. It's just random people. So when I say they need to be serious, you don't have to have massive followers. Just serious followers is more so means you don't have to have massive followers, just targeted followers. You want to make sure all your followers are interested in business. So when you post stuff that's unaligned and it goes viral and you start to gain a bunch of followers from it, that's good. But understand that you might not be able to get as good of results when you do run promos. Education is better than entertainment here. So, right, anytime you're educating people, this page right here that I put, Wealthy OG, so they do a lot of educational content as far as 17 habits the rich live by but never advertise. So this is teaching you habits that rich people use. 8 challenges that'll actually change you in 2026. You can actually apply these challenges to your life and see if it works. So stuff like that. Educational content is better than entertainment content when it comes to the wealth niche, but you want a mix of both. One offer can outperform dozens of viral posts, and the 3 ways to monetize, which will probably go with all 3 of these niches. I mean, you can find a way to run all 3 of these within each niche. Digital products, affiliate offers, and high paying brand deals. So, like, obviously, software as a service companies will be massive here, but also coaches and stuff like that. So that's niche number 1, business, money, career. Niche number 2, problems and pain, but not just sad, depressing content, right? So self-discipline, confidence, productivity, mental performance, and self-mastery. Now, I was questioning whether I should put this one on here or not, but I do think that this page, that this niche, excuse me, will perform very well in 2026. And the reason being is because people are getting better at building funnels. And this niche relies heavily on digital products and relies heavily on a good funnel. And if you don't have those two in place, this niche can be a $0 niche. But if you have those two things or $0 niche as far as digital products, right? You can always do brand deals and stuff. But this niche performs the best in in the digital product landscape. So if you have a self-discipline page, right, and you provide content on how to be more self-disciplined, habits that self-disciplined people use, this, that, the other, and then you try to sell a digital product around self-discipline, it's going to convert well as long as your landing page is good, as long as you're promoting your product well, and as long as your product is actually good. So understand that. So why does this niche work? Well, pain creates urgency, right? So if you are someone, for example, I'm going to use self-discipline. If you're someone that's very, lazy, someone that can't get up, they say they're going to get up at 5 a.m. and they can't. You're someone that says you're going to do X amount of things a day and you can't get it done. That's who these pages are targeting, right? But you know deep down inside you want to become self-disciplined, right? So you're not just a lazy person. You want to be self-disciplined. You just can't break through. And these people often are craving motivational content. They're craving self-discipline content because they get that hit of dopamine, they get that hit of motivation for a second, and then it often fades. So they have this pain point of, I'm undisciplined, I want to be self-disciplined. Well, that creates urgency because they feel like, I need to do it now, I need to get self-disciplined now, I've been trying to do it for a month, I can't do it. And then when this page pushes a product saying, here's the 10 things, or here's a guide to guarantee self-discipline within 90 days. Well, that person that's been struggling with being undisciplined for so long, they're likely to go buy a $10 product around self-discipline. Or maybe they push a product that is a guide or some type of, not guide, excuse me, some type of tool, where you can track your task each day, or maybe it's a journal, whatever, some type of tool to help them. And this person that's undisciplined is like, oh, if I just had this tool, if I just had this thing, I would be able to become disciplined. Well, they're likely to buy. But that's where your funnel needs to be good, the product needs to be aligned, and your content needs to be good. And you need to actually, right, if you just post, if you're a self-disciplined page, right, and this goes for all of the problems and pain point and really all of the niches in general. If you're a self-disciplined page, right, and you just post quotes about how, you just post David Goggins quotes, right? That's cool, and those might go viral, but you need to dive deeper. You need to post content around 10 habits that all self-disciplined people do that you can add to your life today. You need to post content that's like the easiest way to kill procrastination. You need to post content that people can view and be like, okay, let me apply that. Because once these people start to apply, okay, you give them 10 things to do each day to become more self-disciplined, right? Put your phone, for example, put your phone in another room while you're working. That person then sees your post, and then they're like, okay, let me try that. They put their phone in another room, and then they realize, oh, I worked so much better today. Well, now they've made the psychological connection that this page is providing value, this page is trustworthy. So then when you push a product, it's going to sell. If you just are a page that posts David Goggins self-discipline quotes, there's no trust being built. There's no connection. All they know you as is, I get good quotes from here. There's not actual, not things that you can actually apply that's actually helping them, that's actually building trust, that actually makes them to make the psychological connection that your page is good. And I know I kind of went on a tangent there, but that is the secret behind selling with theme pages. People pay to escape discomfort. Pain creates urgency. People pay to escape discomfort. Emotion drives engagement and conversion. Content feels personal, not promotional, and it's easy to transition into offers. So a page I put up here, this page is Build Alpha, and I don't know this page, I just found it, but this page posts quotes for personal growth. So a way that this page could do better is if they were to post, not just quotes, but I just found this was just one of the bigger pages I found within the self-help niches. So I just threw this up there. But this page, if they started to also post ways that they could, that people could increase their personal growth, things like that, they may convert better. I have no idea how much they're converting on their newsletter. I assume that they 1.6 million followers. I assume that they do a pretty good job, but maybe that's how they could take it to the next level. Content feels personal, not promotional, right? So when you go to promote an offer, one of the main things you want to make sure of is you don't lose all your followers, right? Obviously, you're not going to lose all your followers, but you want to make sure you don't lose, thousands of followers every time you promote something. So that's where, number one, your product needs to align. And number two, when it comes to problems and pain, it's very easy to promote a product because it's almost as if you're promoting, hey, it's almost as if you're helping them out. You're like, hey, this guide, it's only $10, and maybe this will help you break out of your, lack of confidence. Maybe this will help you break out of, maybe this will help you become more of a master of yourself. And, if you truly believe in your product and you're truly putting out a good product, that is worth $10, right? If you can pay $10 and it helps you with your productivity, that's worth it. So it feels personal, right? It feels like you're actually handing them something that will help them. And pain-based niches convert faster than inspirational niches. Like I said, when it comes to quotes, when it comes to David Goggin inspiration, right? Those are all great. You'll gain thousands and millions of followers, but at some point in time, you want to also add in some type of pain point that people can then, convert on an offer. And if you have like a inspiration page with 1 million followers, don't watch this video and be like, oh my gosh, I need to change my whole entire content strategy. No, just start testing stuff out, start testing content out, start testing a product out and see how it performs. You're not selling motivation, you're selling solutions. That goes back to the inspirational niches. And identity-based content always builds a loyalty. Relatable is better than aspirational, and people follow pages that feel like them, right? So understand those things. Niche number 3 is skill-based / aspirational learning. And when I say this, right, so education, editing, content creation, trading, AI tools, design, this doesn't necessarily mean it's a page that is teaching you exactly how to use these things, right? It's a page around a specific skill is what I'm trying to get at here. So, for example, day trading, right? This is a page that is about day trading, right? That's how it originated. Now I think they're starting to expand into crypto, stocks, tech, everything. I think they kind of reached their ceiling of, all the day traders on the internet, and now they're expanding into bigger things. But a page like this, right, around just day trading. If you have a page around a specific skill, so you have a page around, how to perform better at soccer. You have a page around day trading. You have a page around how to invest your money in the stock market. Whatever it is, there's coaches out there that teach those things. There are products you could sell, guides, templates, whatever, to help people get to the next level. All of those things. So skills equal leverage, and people pay to shortcut learning, right? If you can give someone a $20 product on how to day trade, right? Chances are, if that product is actually good, right? It all comes down to you need to be pushing good products. If that product's actually good and they feel like they got value from it, well, chances are, they're going to make their $20 back, right? So evergreen demand, right? So what does evergreen mean? It means, consistently over time. It's not based off the season. It's not based off of real world events. So meaning day trading is always going to be a skill unless they destroy the stock market or the stock market disappears, which is never going to happen. There will always be a demand for day traders. There will always be people trying to learn how to day trade. So evergreen demand, it can be promoted all year round for infinite time. There's clear before and after outcomes, meaning if I don't know how to day trade and I buy a $20 product on learning how to day trade, and then a week later I'm starting to make money day trading, well, there was a clear before and after. Before, I had zero experience, didn't know how to day trade. I bought this product. Now afterwards, I am making money day trading. There was a clear before and after. It's easy to ladder offers, right? Buy this $20 product. You don't know how to day trade. Buy the $20 product. Now you know how to make a little bit of money day trading. Now come look at this $150 product where I will sit down with you, or we'll have someone from my team sit down with you, or I will look at videos. And this is where affiliate marketing can come into place, right? You are someone, this is how you take theme pages to the next level. You are someone that knows how to do content, knows how to do social media, knows how to drive demand, how to build an audience, right? So if I were you, you don't know how to day trade, right? Let's say you just bought this day trading page. Let's say I bought this page day trading today. Here's exactly what I would do. I would build a $20 offer, right? I would, for all the beginners, right? You come to me, here's this $20 product, and now you're starting to make some money, right? I would either do this via affiliates, or I would find something online, some way, somehow, that actually provides good value, this document, right? So they buy this document for $20, and this is all just off the top of my head, so don't take prices or anything like that into account. They buy it for $20. Afterwards, they're starting to make money. Then I would reach out to a day trading coach, right? Someone that online that's proven made, thousands and thousands of dollars day trading, and I would contact them and say, "Hey, I have 1 million followers. I'm going to get you a ton of sales. Let me be an affiliate of your coaching thing." And every single person I bring to you via coaching, I get a percentage of. So now I'm selling this $20 product for beginners. Well, at the end of the $20 product, I would say, okay, once you start making money, come to me, DM me this, whatever, text me, blah, blah, however you want to do it, however you want to set up the funnel, email me, and I will get you set up with a coach to take you to the next level, right? So they start with $0. They buy the $20 product. Boom, they're starting to make some money day trading. Hopefully, they can make $5,000 based off this $20 product. Boom, now they're ready. They DM me and say, "Hey, I'm ready for your coach." Hey, okay, cool. I send you to the coach, right? And let's say the coach's offer is, $1,000. Well, now, I get $500 per each time I bring someone to him. That's exactly how I would structure this funnel. So you don't have to be a day trading coach yourself. No, you just need to post content around day trading. You need to, and then you can build the funnel from there. And then this coach probably has a $1,000 offer, probably has a $10,000 offer. So you just continue to bring people to them. And maybe you are really good at day trading yourself, and then you can be the coach yourself. But that's how it works, and it doesn't have to be a coaching offer. It could be, you could go find a guide online that's $1,000 on day trading. Contact that person that owns that. Maybe it's a PDF, a book, ebook, whatever. Contact the person that owns that and say, "Hey, I have all of this attention. I'm going to drive people to your ebook. Give me a percentage and I'll give you this free attention." They're not going to say no. So it's easy to ladder offers. This niche rewards clarity over creativity. Teaching always beats flexing money, right? So there's going to be people flexing money online saying, "I'm a day trader, blah, blah, I just bought my Lamborghini," whatever. Well, if you have a day trading page that's actually providing them value, 10 tips to, you know, maybe there's 10 tips to day trade better posts. Maybe there's a post about, speaking on different setups, right? So, obviously you guys aren't day traders, but there's different setups that you look for when you're looking at stocks, this, that, the other. You teach your audience on that, whatever. You just teaching in general. And you can extrapolate this into any niche, guys, any niche you want at all. Simple explanations outperform advanced ones. Beginners are the most valuable audience because they are willing to pay to learn. They are the easiest to take to the next level as well because they're starting at literally the bottom. It's impossible for them to go down farther. All you have to do is just bring them up to the next level, and your page becomes a filter for buyers. So those are the three niches. We'll go through them one more time just so you know. Money, problems and pain, and skill-based / aspirational learning. So I know these aren't, skill-based / aspirational learning. It's not a specific niche per se, but it's more so a, bucket. It's a niche bucket, right? So there's a bunch of different niches that can go inside of this. So if you have one of these three pages, I highly suggest you take the information I just provided, go back and rewatch what I said, and start to apply some of these things. And if you are someone that has a theme page, wants to start a theme page, whatever it is, wants to monetize your theme page, wants to get your content, your engagement rate up, whatever it is, go ahead and click the first link down below and apply to work with me one-on-one. And I'll take a look. It's free. We get on a call for free. I walk through my systems. I walk through your page, everything like that for free. And then, if I decide that you're a good fit, then we can talk about working one-on-one. I only take a couple clients a month because I'm not someone, I actually get on calls with all my clients. I actually work with every single one of them one-on-one. Like I say, they each get their own one-on-one dashboard. everything like that. So understand, if you are someone that wants to take your theme page to the next level, click the link below, apply, and let's get on a call and let's chat. And if you don't want to do that, go ahead and click the link in the second link in my bio and go to my Instagram, take a look at my stories. There's free value there. I also have a community, a paid community that's, for all of my people that want to collaborate with other people, want to potentially acquire pages, want to learn and learn the basics of pages, want to get a little bit more high level stuff, whatever it is. There's tons of different things in there. Just DM me on Instagram and I can show you that as well. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, subscribe. I post theme page content every single week. So if you enjoyed this video or got some value out of it, it would mean a lot to me if you hit the like button and you subscribe. Thank you guys, and I will see you again next week.